Good morning, this is Dr. Turner for Integrated Math 1. Today we are finishing up our triangle congruency assignment with 8.5. 8.5 is a special case where we are looking at right triangles. So 8.5 is only applicable when you are given two right triangles. Of course, our goal here is to look at triangles that are congruent, which means they have the same shape and size. We'll spend another section in later units talking about triangles that are similar, but right now we're looking for congruent, which means same shape and size. And of course, as we've mentioned, they don't need to be oriented the same way. So one could be facing upside down or right side up. That's not going to make a difference. What we're looking for are the congruency symbols. So we have shown angle, side, 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 and angle, angle, side. Those are all congruency postulates. The title of today is HL. This is a special case that is only applicable to right triangles, and HL is going to stand for hypotenuse leg. So unlike the other four congruency postulates where we have to show three pieces of information as being congruent, with hypotenuse leg, we only need to show two pieces of information are congruent. Now the reason for that is because if we know two sides of a triangle are congruent and they're right triangles, we know the third sides are congruent as well because of the Pythagorean theorem. So we could show that they are congruent by doing side, 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 by going through the process of doing the Pythagorean theorem, finding out the third side or the missing side, showing that they're congruent. Hypotenuse leg is meant to be a shortcut. So it does need to be the hypotenuse and one of the legs to show that the triangles are congruent. Now it's sort of cheating a little bit because the fact that we are using a right triangle, that's technically three pieces of information that we're using, but it'll be implied or it'll be written in the given information. As we get into later assignments, we'll be looking at two-column proofs, and as we get into those, they'll get a little more complex, but for now, again, out of those five, you need to be able to tell me if two triangles are congruent, yes or no, and why. Just like in 8.1 through 8.4, you might be given some information where it's implied. So for instance here, let's say I gave you a rectangle with a diagonal drawn. So this would be given information. Hey, this is a rectangle. And then I'd ask you to prove that the two triangles are congruent. Well, by definition, if I have a rectangle, that means opposite sides are congruent. And here, these two triangles are sharing the same side, which happens to be the hypotenuse for both. So I could show these triangles are congruent by hypotenuse leg. Now, if I wanted to, because it's a rectangle, I could also show that the top and bottom are congruent, in which case, yes, these are congruent by side, side, side. Or, because I have the angle in between two pairs of sides congruent, I could show these are congruent by side, angle, side. Or, because these two lines are congruent, but they're also parallel by definition of a rectangle, I could show these are congruent by angle, angle, side, or side, angle, side. Sometimes there are going to be more than one way to show that two triangles are congruent, but you want to go based on what information is given or implied and try not to create extra work for yourself. That's it for today, guys. If you have any questions, please reach out during office hours. Otherwise, have a good day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.